Jim Green is reluctantly selling his 1935 Riley Falcon, a car that makes you think before you set off.
Well, this one in particular has got the Wilson pre-selector gearbox, which is controlled on this side. You set off, obviously, in first gear. All the time, you then select the next gear that you want. So, obviously, you work up second, third, fourth. When you get into fourth, I've now put it in third because that's the next gear that you're going to want. It takes a bit of getting used to. That's the gear selector pedal, which we would think is the clutch. I've owned this for 11 or 12 years. Had a lot of fun out of it. It's a different way of driving to anything at all modern, but nevertheless, riding around the Lincolnshire roads, and some of them with no markings, you could be back in the 30s, driving around at 35, 45 miles an hour and just enjoying yourself. I haven't got any more garage space, as you can see. It's time to move it on, probably to somebody who has got the facilities to store it through the winter and enjoy it like I have.
Also leaving the garage are a couple of signs, including one that's supercharged.
It runs on 10,000 volts.
So the risk of death is quite
Quite
high
high.
if you do it wrong.
Exactly, yes.
Have we done it right?
Right today.
Certainly make your hair stand on end, wouldn't it? And that would have been in a Riley workshop, in a garage dealer's?
It would be a showroom. That's where it would have been, hanging in the window. The still works.
Without killing us.
As for the car, Jim just wanted to go to a good home.
I'm really more interested and hoping that it will go to somebody who will appreciate it, rather than the money side of it.
Turned up to pick a Riley up.
Yeah.
You're already, what's the word I'm looking for? Full?
Yeah. It looks full, doesn't it? But I have a cunning plan. I'm making it up as I go along. We've got to unload to load. Just life, innit?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you, you're all right. We'll get these MGs off, and then we'll get yours on, and then we'll get loaded again. Oh, should we go that way?
It's the other way.
Yeah, go that way, yeah.
You don't fancy an MC then, Jim?
No, I don't think so. No. Mark 1 Cortina looks all right, though. Very nice. Two-tone.
Dad was hoping to come down, because obviously it's far more easier than mine.
As well as the Falcon, there's the small matter of a highly charged sign.
It runs on 10,000 volts.
Is that all?
Yeah,
oh, right,
that's
okay, yeah.
Is that
Oh,
all?
yeah, yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
It'll make your hair stand on end.
Yeah, we've had it on this morning.
Yeah. Obviously, no. I thought I saw the village go and then come back in again.
They must start it up in neutral.
Yes.
With the handbrake on.
Right.
Because if they start it up in gear,
Yes.
because it's a pre-selected
I was just about to
gearbox,
say she's pre-selected, obviously,
Yeah.
if you're telling me this.
it'll be gone.
Yeah, that's fine. If you meet me round at the ramps,
Yeah.
and then we'll see how we go from there. If I'm a bit unsure, I always winch him across, but we'll see how she behaves. It's easy when you get the hang of it. So you start in neutral, clutch down, engage first, and clutch up. And the car should stay still until such times as the RPM picks up, i.e. the throttle, and away you go.
I presume you've measured all this to an inch life, have you?
No, actually not. So, all being well,
Oh, yeah.
MGB should tuck on there.
It falls not well.
Then James might have an MGF in his drive for a week. Looks like it's going to be a bit tight to me. Do you know when something seemed a good idea at the time?
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what Dave thought as well when he did it. If you've changed your mind, Jim, it's a bit late now.
And we've got to get my tear-stained handkerchief out and dab me out as it goes.
Come if you want.
sure somebody will look after it. It's a bit silly getting sentimental over cars, really, isn't it? But,
It's lovely to meet you, thank you. £1935 Riley Falcon. We've got £8,500 on the internet. 8,586 on our phones down there at 8,600. 87 internet bid. 8,700. 88 in the room. 89. 9,000 on the internet. 91 in the room. 92 on the internet. 92. 93. 94. 9,004. 95. 96. At £9,600 bid, 97 in the room. At 9,007, 98, 99. At £10,000 bid, internet bid there at 10. 1, says Alan. 10-2, 10-3, 10-4, 10-5, £10,600. 10-7, 10-8, £10,800.
Result, and a couple of grand more than the reluctant seller Jim Green from Lincolnshire was hoping for. But strange things are happening in the X-Files world of classic car coincidences. The new owner lives in the same Lincolnshire village as Jim. In fact, on the very same street.
It's just in this industry where you look at a neighbour's car and you think, oh, I like that, I like that, I like that. And then all of a sudden it disappears. In this case, the lorry's got our name all over it. He knows where it's going, so he's followed it through and bought it, yeah. So it's gone back down across the street. It's like, really? It's just crazy, isn't it?
A few days later, the car is heading back home with haulier Dan Mennell.
We have never, ever done this, ever. For a guy to buy a car off his neighbour through Matthewson's is something pretty special, really.
The new owner is neighbour James Tempest.
Keep going, you're okay.
Well, I saw it, loved it, but basically didn't tell him.
it is a bit odd. I mean, when we waved goodbye to it, when it went that way, I thought, well, you know, that's the end of a chapter, but now we've started a new chapter.
Like the saying goes, you make your own luck, and that's basically what I've done. Although I do wish I'd been able to talk to Mr. Green about it before it went to Matthewson's, and I thought if I don't get it, I'm going to regret it. As the saying goes, better late than never.